Minister Wen came in through the front entrance but left through the back entrance just a few moments ago. A cavalcade of police and also limousines from the Chinese embassy who were actually with him at the time, officials, left just a few moments ago. Now, this really did anger the protesters who are just around the corner to my left-hand side, but nobody at this stage tried to vault over as they did the last time. When he just arrived, of course, he was greeted by a panoply of fireworks and also firecrackers, which is a traditional Chinese greeting for anybody that's important here, and he then made his way in. At that precise moment, about a dozen or so protesters vaulted over the fences and tried to make their way to confront him. They were stopped by a line of police officers who grabbed them, wrestled them to the floor, put handcuffs on them, arrested them and then took them away, and moments later, about 2 or 3 minutes later, they were, in the police's terms, de-arrested. As the Prime Minister and the Premier was meeting some British Chinese business people and also some of the community here inside the embassy behind me, the protest still went on, and more people tried to vault over the fence. Of course, they were stopped by the police and put straight back behind the barriers. The police line has always been that you've come here to protest, that's fine, you're in a democracy, but do not try to approach the man who is a visitor to this country. And now he has left about an hour and a half later through the back entrance, and he's now making his way to another part of central London.
And Barney, what's the actual point of the visit to the UK at this point?
Well, what it seems to be happening is that the protesters who have been here are now dispersing. There have been about 100 to 150, a really small turnout in terms of big, massive demonstrations. But in all sincerity, I've got to say that whenever I come down to central London, there's only about a handful, about 5 or 6 people who protest every single day, every single week outside the British Embassy, who sort of want some sort of homeland for Tibet, an independent Tibet, and they say that the human rights abuses have been going on, and they wanted to bring that message to the Prime Minister. He probably saw what was going on and ignored it, and he will go away knowing full well that this sort of protest is going on not only in Britain but across the world at some stage or another.
Hey Barney, for the moment, thank you very much indeed. The Pope has promoted an Austrian priest to describe the hurricane which devastated